A big list of updates and changes. Many manufacturers now share the styling and base foundation of their 250FS and 450FS. It means they only have to make one style of plastic, as many of the components cross platforms, and if the frames are similar, it saves on manufacturing costs. KTM does it, Yamaha does it, and we are guessing Suzuki is moving in this direction for 2017, a year in which the RM-Z250S is rumored to be much different. This would explain why the styling of the 2016 RM-Z250 didn't change and will probably change in 2017. When Suzuki uses the term all new, they are pretty darn accurate. The engine has 80 new engine parts. Check out the cutaway image, aimed at overall power improvement and of course increased durability. The piston now has a shot peen finish, while the piston pin has DLC coating to reduce friction. An L-shaped top ring reduces blow-by and improves combustion efficiency. New profiles on the camshafts not only work to widen the power band but also reduce friction. A lighter decompression mechanism on the exhaust cam reduces mass, and any time weight is shaved on rotating parts, the result is improved power. The intake valves are new and flow fuel/air mixture more efficiently. The intake valve face is now flat, reducing the combustion chamber volume, increasing the combustion ratio slightly from 13.50:1 to 13.75:1. In the name of shaving weight, the crankshaft is lighter thanks to the diameter of the crank wheels being reduced by 0.5 mm. Now, with a crankcase change, less of the crank drags through the engine oil, reducing drag and increasing power. Further reducing drag, the casting of the right-hand crankcase was changed to let the oil flow away from the crank wheels quicker and increase oil flow. The engine also has a new rotor with a 9% increase in inertia, improving power delivery and complementing the crankshaft's weight reduction, maintaining the balance of the engine. A Keihin 44 mm throttle body still feeds fuel and air to the engine, but in an effort to reduce engine braking and improve throttle response off idle, the angle of the throttle valve plate, butterfly, in the throttle body is now open 0.5 degrees. A new muffler and a 40 mm longer header pipe meet the 940 dBA sound limit. A lot of the engine improvements were done so the RM-Z250 would match and exceed the performance of the 2015 RM-Z250 with a quieter exhaust system. The 2016 RM-Z250 now comes equipped with the Suzuki Whole Shot Assist Control, SHAC, featuring a Mode A and Mode B. Mode A is used for slippery start surfaces like concrete, while Mode B is aggressive, used when traction is plentiful. Within Mode A and Mode B there are 3 stages of mapping with distinct timed sequences for launching, going over the gate and full acceleration. Once activated, SHAC stays active until the throttle is closed. The bike is shifted into 4th gear, or after 6 seconds. All the motor changes obliged an update to the ECU mapping as well. The RM-Z250 still features 2 optional EFI couplers that change fuel mapping in the direction of lean or rich. The new RM-Z frame was designed for better rigidity and balance while decreasing weight by 2.5%. Utilizing the RM-Z450S head tube, the new RM-Z250 frame also uses new side beams with wider spaced ribs for extra strength and reduced weight. Also new are the lower frame rails and engine cradle. The 2016 RM-Z250 is equipped Kayabas PSF2 fork, the second generation of the original air fork. The PSF2 uses an air chamber on each leg and is easy adjust. Stock pressure in each leg is 34.1 psi. The Kayaba PSF2 features compression damping plus both high and low speed rebound damping adjustment in each fork leg. The KYB shock is also new and comes with high and low speed compression and high and low speed rebound damping adjustment. Out in the dirt. Suzuki's revisions for 2016 created a more free-revving engine with added power. The new exhaust is quieter with a throaty deep note. Without a 2015 on hand to compare it to, we feel the 2016 might be slightly down on power right off idle, but once into the mid and top end the new RM-Z250 has more power. As a welcome bonus, the 2016 pulls harder all the way to the rev limiter, allowing riders to stay in each gear longer and requiring less short shifting when compared to the 2015 RM-Z250. The stock coupler works well on the Suzuki RM-Z250, and while at Pala and other tracks we tried the lean fuel coupler, white, which increased the response and power off idle and provided a little more grunt all the way to the rev limiter. Some riders felt that the lean fuel coupler didn't rev out quite as far as the stock fuel coupler. The rich coupler, gray, mellowed out the power delivery but does provide more overrev than both the stock and lean fuel couplers, appealing to faster tracks and more open riding styles. We will play with the SHAC launch modes as we get more testing time on the RM-Z250. Through cam design and mapping, Suzuki eliminated the hot start knob, claiming the bike starts easier and doesn't need the hot start feature. We found a 2016 Suzuki RM-Z250 didn't like to start unless a nice full kick was used, requiring the rider to find TDC, come back up and then kick through a full stroke. It isn't nearly as easy to start as other 250FS. With a full day at a not very rough Pala Raceway and a few hours at a smooth milestone, the KYB suspension has shown smooth action and overall good balance. More days testing at much rougher tracks will reveal the true performance. So far the 2016 RM-Z250 has a more comfortable feel and isn't as harsh feeling as the 2015. A great starting point on sag is 105 mm and the stock fork pressure of 34.1 psi is great for riders up to about 165 pounds. Faster and heavier riders will want to play with air pressure in the fork, adding a few psi, but overall the handling of the 2016 Suzuki RM-Z250 is balanced and predictable. Even though the bike is quite a bit different, the new frame retains the geometry from 2015, which means it's still amazing in the corners. The front wheel has tons of bite and it doesn't matter the type of turn, the RM-Z250 will carve right through it. Bottom line. We are stoked to see a new RM-Z250 and the changes: improved handling and increased power. Unfortunately, in a class where horsepower is king, the Suzuki RM-Z250 isn't wearing the crown just yet. Styling updates would have helped to drive home the message to the consumer that this is an all-new RM-Z250 for 2016. Riders not only want improvements to handling and power, they want their new bike to look new and different.